There was disco on the dance floors, but these guys cut their shapes in the cinema.
You honestly think that I tried to run you over?
You just happened to hit the gas as I walked in front of the car.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 decade-defining actors of the 1970s.
So you want to see how good you are? Then you must be tired of living.
For our series on the top 10 decade-defining male actors per period, we've made our choices based on a combination of their commercial success, their box office scores, their productivity, their awards, and how they helped set the tone and raise the standard in Hollywood for the era.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't. I've got to see a picture exactly from the start to the finish, because I'm anal.
Number 10, Woody Allen.
How do I fit in?
After signing a deal with United Artists at the beginning of the decade, Woody Allen went on to write, direct, and star in a number of projects.
That's great. Yeah, that's terrific.
One such early movie was everything you always wanted to know about sex but were afraid to ask.
What's black and white, black and white, black and white, and black and white? A nun falling down the stairs.
A risque tone within which Allen would revel. This was followed by Sleeper, a parody of science fiction movies.
That's exactly what that was.
However, Manhattan and Annie Hall were his most popular films. Both were set in New York, both set rom-com standards, and both made Woody a household name.
You're like New York Jewish left-wing liberal intellectual, Central Park West, Brandeis University with the socialist summer camps, and the father with the Ben Shahn drawings, right? And the really, strike-oriented kind of... stop me before I make a complete imbecile of myself.
This is nuts.
Number 9, Richard Dreyfuss.
Sharp. That's very sharp.
This guy's first role on film was actually a one-line cameo in The Graduate in 1967.
Shall I get the cops?
What?
I'll get the cops.
Hey, wait a minute.
Between then and the mid-70s, he worked the stage and some television parts.
Don't wait for me.
But it was alongside Steven Spielberg that he became a big-name star in 1975 with Jaws, and then 2 years later with Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Something a little strange with Dad.
Ironically, though, his portrayal of a struggling actor is what earned him the most praise. He won an Oscar for his role in The Goodbye Girl.
Unmannered dog, stand thou when I command. Advance thy halberd higher than my breast, or by St. Paul I'll strike thee to my foot. My career is over, I am making a horseth asseth of myself.
Your new home.
Number 8, Jon Voight.
Get along, little doggies.
Cast in Midnight Cowboy in 1969, Jon Voight found fame at the end of one decade and enjoyed it throughout the next.
I'm just very happy to be here.
He got in with the wrong crowd in Deliverance.
This is ridiculous.
And became known for macho roles by playing a boxer twice, most notably in The Champ.
That I should show him what I got? That I should step in that ring and show him what I got?
But those roles fell either side of his most critically acclaimed work.
Where?
A portrayal of an embittered paraplegic Vietnam veteran. His part in Coming Home had us all going to the cinema.
I spend 95% of my time at the hospital thinking about making love with you.
Number 7, Robert Redford.
That's for sure.
A future recipient of the Academy's Lifetime Achievement Award, Redford found fame in '69 with Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Keep going, teacher lady.
Next, he appeared opposite Barbra Streisand in The Way We Were and scored his biggest box office hit with The Sting. Reliving the glory of Butch Cassidy by again pairing with actor Paul Newman and director George Roy Hill, Redford plays a con man. But his acting abilities were the real deal.
I want to play for Lonigan. You know anything about the guy?
Yeah, he croaked Luther. Anything else I gotta know?
They carried over to 1976, when he indulged his political side by trying to solve the Watergate scandal in All the President's Men.
Stuck. The story is stalled on us.
And you thought I'd help?
I wouldn't quote you even as an anonymous source. I mean, you'd be on deep background.
Number 6, Bruce Lee. A career cut tragically short, Bruce Lee achieved a lot in a short life.
Don't con me.
During the 60s, the martial arts expert worked mainly in fight choreography and struggled to find success as an actor. The suggestion being that his ethnicity was preventing a US breakthrough.
I know. Don't worry about it.
In Hong Kong, he was a hit though, making movies such as The Big Boss and Fist of Fury.
Now you listen to me. I'll only say once. We are not sick men.
Making a complete 180, Warner Brothers signed him up for Enter the Dragon, the biggest commercial success of his life, and one he wouldn't live to see released.
You have offended my family, and you have offended the Shaolin Temple.
Number 5, Gene Hackman.
Have you ever been to Poughkeepsie?
Hey, man, come on, give me a break. What you talking about, man?
Let me hear you say it. Come on. Have you ever been to Poughkeepsie? You've been to Poughkeepsie, haven't you?
Hackman proved to be one of Hollywood's most versatile performers in the 70s, gaining praise for a variety of roles.
Hell, I had to look it up on the map to find out where I was going.
His highest acclaim came for a performance as NYC detective Popeye Doyle in The French Connection, which proved his credentials as a leading man.
Hold it!
He also starred in the disaster flick The Poseidon Adventure the following year.
We're cut off from the rest of the world. They can't get to us. Maybe we can get to them.
Later, as Superman's nemesis Lex Luthor, he became a household name and part of a series that spawned 3 sequels in the 80s.
Now, call me foolish, call me irresponsible. It occurs to me that a 500 megaton bomb planted at just the proper point would
destroy most of California.
You wanted a hostage, I brought one out for you.
You gonna deal with us or not?
I told you I gave you one, I gave you one, right?
Yes,
So what are
yeah, but you should have picked up the phone.
Number 4, Al Pacino.
Attica! 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 Attica!
This guy's career is particularly hard to nail down to one decade, but largely for his part in the Godfather series, he was a huge star of the 70s.
He said I have a guarantee. No more attempts on my father's life.
He played mobster Michael Corleone in Francis Ford Coppola's iconic gangster film and was nominated for a Best Supporting Actor Oscar.
Don't ask me about my business.
No.
He boycotted the ceremony though, believing his role to be lead actor material.
That's crap, and you know it.
Ironically, he went on to be nominated for the desired award 4 times during the decade, including 1 nomination for The Godfather Part 2.
In my home! In my bedroom where my wife sleeps!
Where my children come and play with their toys.
Number 3, John Travolta. Away from the movie theater, 70s music was also rapidly evolving. Disco was rife, and its representative on the big screen was a young John Travolta.
I work on my hair a long time, and you hit it. He hits my hair.
Most notably, he played Tony Manero in Saturday Night Fever, and his white suit and slick black hair are an iconic image and an Oscar-nominated role.
What?
The following year, he swapped the suit for a tight black t-shirt, and as Danny Zuko in Grease, he assumed the role of one of the most memorable characters in film history.
I did meet this one chick. She was sort of cool.
He was the one that we wanted. Number 2, Jack Nicholson.
How'd you get past the guard?
Well, to tell you the truth, I lied a little.
Like other actors on our list, it's hard to confine Nicholson's excellence to one time period. After all, he's had such an illustrious career.
I hear you.
But Oscar nominations for his roles in The Last Detail and Chinatown, as well as the first of 3 wins for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, make this decade a particular success.
Jesus Christ.
As Randall McMurphy, he plays a forcibly repressed man who tries to break out. And as an actor, Jack Nicholson sure breaks the mold.
Yeah, I know, but you think we might ease it down a little bit so maybe the boys didn't have to shout? Huh?
Before we unveil our pick for decade-defining actor of the 1970s, here are a few honorable mentions.
Well, then business will have to suffer, all right? Hey, listen, do me a favor, Tom.
No more advice on how to patch things up. Just help me win, please, all right?
You smell that? Napalm, son. Nothing else in the world smells like that. I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!"
We're getting up a football game against the Guards. Wondered if maybe you and some of your buddies here would like to join in on the fun.
With the Guards?
Uh-huh.
Hello, animals.
Hey, Al. What'd you get tonight, Ollie?
Assist on the last goal. Off Cavallari? None of your business.
Number 1. Robert De Niro.
Ah sì, ma io è solo, ne oggi siamo tre. E io è armato e ne oggi siamo armati.
He's as A-list as they come, and he tops our talented tree. De Niro found fame within a partnership he formed in the early 70s with director Martin Scorsese, beginning with Mean Streets and Taxi Driver.
You talking to me?
By 77, everyone was talking to him, or at least about him. And a role as Michael Vronsky in the Vietnam War movie The Deer Hunter further established his reputation.
Maybe you gotta do it. You don't do it, they're gonna throw you in a pit. They throw you in a pit, you're gonna die.
Of course, he also managed the small feat of playing the Oscar-winning part of Vito Corleone in The Godfather Part 2. What a man.
Lasciate fare a me. I take everything. Io ho risetto tutti cose. E ho menzioni non ne dico mai alla amici miei.
Do you agree with our list?
No.
Which 1970s actor do you think is the most iconic?
All right, shut up. Shut up!
For more classic top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Hey, don't knock masturbation. It's sex with someone I love.